Hello and welcome back to our channel once again. Well, today we are going to talk about RAW versus JPEG. If you have not subscribed to our channel yet, please do so now. Coming up! So when I started photography, I thought shooting RAW will be a rocket science, but it was not so. Let me give you a small and simple example and then I will give you the comparison in the photography context. So you buy a ready-made trouser at a store and you try it on. Maybe it's a little tight on the waist or loose on the waist area. The length could be short or long. You still buy it and you take it to a tailor for alteration. Now what happens, the tailor will tell you that I have only ½ inch or 1 inch of margin to do the alteration. That's exactly the problem with JPEG. Since it does not hold too much of data or too much of content and information, there's very little that you can do when it comes to editing a JPEG. Now similarly, if you buy a cloth piece and you take it to a tailor, you can stitch it the way you want. You can have the length as per your requirement, you can have the waist as per your requirement, you can have a different pattern, styling, everything that you want. Tailor it as per your needs. Similarly, in a RAW, the same thing can happen. It holds so much of information that you can do a lot of color correction, exposure, highlight, contrast, because it holds so much of data. And when you edit a RAW, you can actually see the difference between a JPEG and a RAW because it's huge. Moving on to differences between both the format in the photography context. When you process a JPEG, the challenge you may face is recovering the shadows or the blacks. A JPEG is straight out of the camera. So what happens is it has some kind of processing that is done from the camera itself. And when you try to recover the shadows or the blacks, you will find some grains and noise and pixelation because obviously the JPEG is holding very less of information. This is where the RAW comes very handy. RAW has so much of data in it, so when you process the image and you try to recover your blacks or your shadows, there is no problem, it is lossless, of course to a certain extent. So that's where RAW is a clear winner. RAW holds a lot of dynamic range in the image. That means that it will hold the information of the lightest part of the image to the darkest part of the image. So when you edit it, there is going to be a lossless image editing, and the JPEG definitely does not hold any kind of dynamic range. So if you try to overdo or if you try to even work too much on the lightest part and the darkest part, it will end up looking deteriorated. The third point of difference between both the format is a RAW format holds far more shades of color than an 8-bit JPEG would hold, roughly around 16.8 million of colors with 256 level of brightness, and the RAW holds 68.7 million colors and 16,384 level of brightness. Now that is a staggering and a very significant difference, isn't it? Point 4 here is, as I mentioned earlier, a JPEG is processed from the camera itself and will hold the basic colors and is ready to use, wherein a RAW is untouched and unprocessed by the camera, which means you will have to process to get the actual result. Coming to the fifth point of difference between both the formats is, a RAW file would be approx 40 MB to 50 MB or more in size because it holds so much more data, and a fine JPEG would be around 16 to 18 to 20 MB depending upon the camera and a megapixel. So you can see the difference of the file size between the both is almost double, and that's how a RAW format is preferred by photographers across the globe. If you want to see how a RAW file is actually processed, I have a link up there. You can go and check out that video, and it has a complete flow of processing an image right from start to end, and is really helpful. Before we wrap up this video, some basic differences between both the formats. RAW file is a heavier file format because it holds so much of data. The file size is definitely going to be heavier, and a JPEG will be lighter because it does not hold so much of data. A RAW file will always need editing because it is a flatter and unprocessed image from the camera. A JPEG will need negligible or no amount of processing because it is straight out of the camera, and the camera does do some kind of a processing. For editing a RAW file, you may need advanced editing skills. For JPEG, you would need basic editing skills. RAW format is always lossless because we have been telling this, it has so much of data in it, and if you try to over process a JPEG, it will definitely deteriorate and the image quality will be lost. And the last and a very important point here is a RAW format file will always hold your data in terms of the metadata and your camera information, so that nobody can claim that image is there, and it will have a copyright which will be there only with the photographer who holds the RAW format. But with the JPEG, it's manipulative file format and anybody can claim that that particular image is there. So to sum up, these were the differences. Today, with the help of smartphones, you can also capture RAW images on your mobile phones apart from your DSLR or your mirrorless camera. Our last video was on creative portraits here, and there is more here. If you are new to our channel, please subscribe because a lot of good content coming your way. I will see you in the next video soon.